Life hacks. All right, Dr. Brett Spradlin here, Divine Design, Natural Health. Do we have a crowd? Yeah. Woo. Oh, woo, yeah. An applauding crowd. I like that. Those are better crowds when they applaud. Isn't that great? All right, Dr. Brett Spradlin, we are at Divine Design Natural Health, and this is the last class of quarter 2. This is Royal Oilers. This is number 103, if you're keeping track of everything. And the title of this little event is Life Hacks to Save Some Greenbacks. How many of you want to save some greenbacks? Yeah? And how many of you want to keep your health up here while saving the aforementioned greenbacks? Yes. All right, so let's just get right into this because we're going to tear through a lot of info, all right? So the goals of tonight, right here, goals. We are going to develop a completely different perspective on clean living. Right, Jonathan? Absolutely. There it is. Then we're going to learn why it's critical to remove poisons from your environment. Another goal that we're going to do is to provide practical steps to ditch and switch. You're going to ditch the bad stuff and you're going to switch to the good stuff, right? And to inspire both health and financial incentives to reclaiming your health independence. If people just understood how easy it is to afford natural health and how much money they will save by avoiding unnatural health, it would be shocking. I hear all the time, I can't afford to eat healthy. I can't afford to eat healthy. But they can afford trips to specialists, standing in line at Walgreens. They can afford Gatorade and Frito-Lay and Nestle. They can afford that all day long. It's just what you want to afford. It has nothing to do with the real, but if I could give you the financial incentives to reclaim your health independence, save you a couple $100,000, would you be interested in that? Nobody in here would be interested in? Oh, there it was. Okay, good. All right, so previous WellWorks events I want to cover. Some of these things, just go right through these, Jonathan. Previous WellWorks events you might want to take note of. If you build it, they won't come. That's your immune system. Evil parents of autoimmunity, that's for you people who've been diagnosed with quote unquote, air quotes, autoimmune conditions. Women, birthing, beauty, and biopsies. We did a version of that a couple years ago that's online. We're doing an updated version in quarter 3. Stay tuned. Get out of my house. That's all about your toxins and your chemicals. I just like the way it smells. That's about all your perfumes and your fragrances. Good stuff for you to check out. Darkness to light, exposing the lies. Parts 3 and 4 to understand the 2020 ritual that went on that many people that you know of who were wearing diapers on their faces participated in an absolutely worldwide ritual. Darkness to Light, Exposing the Lies, Part 6, if you want a deeper, darker understanding of those nasty, pesky little shots. What else we got? The Roots of Your Pharmakeia Healthcare. If you want to understand what's happening with your healthcare, where it came from, historically, Christians, you might want to know that one. Next, Artificial versus Natural, Energy Medicine 1 and Energy Medicine 2. If you want to understand the genetics, robotics, artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, just a skimming of the surface, not all the stuff in depth, it's too much, but part 1 and part 2, we talk about some of the synthetic biology, the plant-based stuff they're coming for, some of the things that's happening to your food supply. You might want to check out some of those previous WellWorks events. Oh, and the greatest healing profession the world has ever known, that is all about chiropractic, and you might be surprised by what you learn from that. Which doctors do what? That's last week. We went through what witch doctors actually do. Witch doctors, get it? Previous Young Living Essential Oils events, Biblical First Aid, parts 1 through 4. We did a 4-part series of those. Royal Oilers 102, 103, or 101, 102, 103. And this is 103 right here. Save your life ahead of time. That's your starter kit. Essentially rewarding, that explains the essential rewards things. Life hacks to save greenbacks, that's tonight. Plant medicine 101. That is plant power for the next plague, immune system stuff, all of the herbs and oils and things that we use in this practice to avoid the next zombie apocalypse, right there. Plant medicine 102. Believe the Thieves. If you want to understand the Thieves product line and how to use it in so many ways, that's a great one. And then Plant Medicine 103, Emotions Not Lotions. That was just a couple weeks ago. Ladies, if you want to understand your endocrine system and why your doctor's idea to put you on Synthroid for 35 years is a horrible one, you might want to check into that. And we even talk about a little bit of the transgender hormone replacement therapy stuff going on that's making the soy boys grow some boobies. Next, we've got Typical Story of a Modern Patient. Here we go. Just get right into it. Here is the typical person who comes in here. They have multiple decades of chronic illness. They have organs that are often already missing. They have regular trips to emergency rooms and or specialists, many of those costing thousands of dollars. CAT scans, MRIs, blood work, and other procedures. They have years or decades on varying medications. They have wonderful, air quotes, insurance plans with regular premiums, deductibles, and co-pays. The best insurance plans, people I see who have the best insurance plans are the sickest people. Write that one down. You will always notice that. You will always notice the people with the best insurance are the sickest. That's why we don't take insurance here. And guess what? Everybody's healthy as a horse. Next, doctors in different states. I've seen that I don't know how many times. They spend their weekends going to, they get work off during the week to go to doctors in other states. Very few, if any, answers at all, despite the decades that they've been involved in the medical care system, the sickness care system. There's a dire prognosis of lifelong illness and need for continual medication. Is this sounding like anyone you guys know? Raise your hand if you know anyone like this. Most of America, this is who we're talking about. Your friends, your family, your coworkers. Next, you'll never be able to fill in the blank. You'll never be able to breathe on your own. You'll never be able to sleep without this machine. You'll never be able to, hike again. You'll never be able to pick up your kid, whatever. Fill in the blank. That's what they're told. Tests are normal despite horribly and rapidly deteriorating conditions. All their tests are normal. All these tests, they're all normal. They all come back pretty good, right? That's American healthcare right there. We're going to take a picture of your disease so we can name it and stage it and feed it and pet it and water it and call it George, but it doesn't matter what the name of the disease. No, it doesn't matter what it is. Your body's still going to fix it, but you just spent $30,000, $40,000 figuring out what the name of it was. Welcome to America. Next, they are given a genetic reason for a condition despite no occurrence in their family. I see it every day. Yeah, this is apparently something that it's genetic, but did your mom have it? No. Did your dad have it? No. That kind of fails the test of being genetic, doesn't it? Kind of weird. So that's a typical story of a modern patient. So what happens to them? What actually happens? A simple diet change and lifestyle modifications will shift everything they previously learned. Amen or amen? It's so easy. 90% of patients get a 50 to 90% improvement over all symptoms within 90 days. Is that right or is that right? Raise your...
10% only people who don't do what we tell them to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Andrea said, just for the sake of everyone hearing that, Andrea said the 10% who don't get that improvement are the people who don't do what we tell them to do. They're dragging their feet, or they're just taking longer to do it. Or sometimes, in their defense, they might have a family thing that went down or something, job problems or something. But typically, 90%, do you guys, raise your hand in here if you know a doctor's office that can get results like that. Anybody? 20, 30 people in here. I don't know. And we don't have, shocking, isn't it? Not to pump our tires or toot our own horn. We're just saying what we do works because it's simple. And it's everything that is so simple. It's God ordained. That's the thing. It's divine design. It ain't got my name on the door. We just use some very simple things that have been around for thousands of years rather than newly invented antibiotics and drugs and procedures to put cameras up your butt and down your throat and take pictures of things that don't really exist. Does that make sense? What are you going to do with it anyway? You're going to drug it or you're going to cut it, no matter what the picture says, no matter what kind of portrait, 8.5 by 11 portrait you can take of it, right? Patients are taught through books, documentaries, and classes. How many doctor's offices have you ever been to that teach you? Anybody? Raise a hand if you've ever been to a doctor. 30 people in this room. Never been to a doctor that taught you any of this stuff? Interesting, isn't it? The word doctor, I have some native Spanish speakers here, don't I? What does the root word of doctor mean? No, doctor, docere. What does docere mean in Spanish? Huh? Docere, D-O-C-E-R-E, to teach, right? Teacher. Right? Yes or no? Oh, okay. Well, Latin, D-O-C-E-R-E means to teach. So patients are taught. What's next? What actually happens next? Patients are set free from the genes and germs mentality of failed poisonous petrochemical pharmaceutical medicine, because most of medicine says genes or germs. If it's not genes, it has to be germs. And if it's not germs, it has to be genes. But how many of you know that's fake, right? Whole food supplements. This is what we do. Whole food supplements and herbs. How long those been around? Forever. Homeopathic remedies. How long those been around? Long time. Herbal liquids. They've been around for a long time. What else? Light, water, heat, electricity, plants, animals, hands. 7 ancient means of healing. Nice round biblical number, 7, isn't it? Next. It's not round. It's odd. Get it? Detoxification methods, foot spa, infrared sauna, PEMF therapy. They reduce your healing time from years to weeks. That's why we do that stuff. It cleans up everything a lot faster than you just doing it on your own or counting some calories and trying to eat some microwavable stuff that got sent to your house. Chiropractic, cold laser, percussion, nutrition. We stimulate blood flow, regrowth of tissues. How else are you going to regrow tissues if you don't stimulate blood flow? Ding, 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 ding. Life is in the blood. Next. Holistic, homeopathic, naturopathic means are used at all times with emphasis on biblical creation and worldview. Can I get an amen on that one? Right on. And then marriages, finances, productivity, longevity, and knowledge improve exponentially. And patients regain and maintain exuberant health. I've been in business for 9 years now, and I have not been to a funeral, and none of my patients have ever gotten cancer or heart disease or had strokes. Interesting. I've never had to go to a funeral, and no ominous diagnoses have occurred to anyone under our care. Not to pump our own tires. We're just saying we do things by the book. Next. So the learning curve, if you, we've got a commercial break. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to step over Andrea's commercial break.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to step over Andrea's commercial break. She's so good at this. She loves to come up and read testimonials. Yeah, hold your applause for just, hold on.
I don't know what this
Yeah, she loves to come up and read testimonials and of all of our patients. Why? Because we get a lot of good stories around here.
We do.
Do we get any bad stories?
No.
Never. Have you ever heard a bad story?
Not from a patient.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, plenty from your husband. But I mean patients. That's who I'm talking.
No.
Okay. So go ahead and read some good stories. And this is Testimonials by Andrea.
I didn't know if an insult was coming. I was a little bit nervous about that. This is a patient who's been here for a handful of months, but not super long. He said, prior to becoming a patient of Dr. Brett, I thought I ate a relatively good, healthy, balanced diet, which is 98% of the people that start here. Mm-hmm. Weight gain has never been an issue with me, so I would shove all kinds of goodness, or so I thought, into my pie hole. Then I was educated by Dr. Brett and his staff. How are you now? This person says, since altering my eating way of life, my thoughts are clear. I have more energy, more focus, and just generally overall feel fantastic. This was the first St. Patrick's Day in decades that this Irish guy did not consume corned beef, cabbage, and boiled potatoes. There are much better and healthier alternatives. So that kind of tosses the whole, it's tradition, or my family always does it, excuse right out the window. You don't have to eat ham just because it's Christmas. Eat something else.
Right.
Where's
the wisdom?
That's revolutionary.
That is revolutionary. Revolutionary. That is. All right, let's check out some meme what you say and say what you meme things. 10 years from now, you'll be watching TV and hear, did you or a loved one take the COVID vaccine? Yeah. You may be entitled. It's coming. The look on God's face when you ask him to bless your junk food. So true. So true. Most useless signs in America right now. This one says, do not enter. This one says, shop this way. Remember when they dropped those on the floors? I remember the day I saw it. Next. Teenager post, elementary math problems are weird. I had 10 chocolate bars and ate 9. What do I have now? Diabetes. Oh my gosh. Next. People say essential oils don't work. Say incorrect. I don't know who this guy is, but it's a funny little, anybody know who that is? It's a random picture. Okay, next. I don't know who it is, but that's great. All right, so the learning curve for natural health. Anything you do, natural health, nutrition, essential oils. Here's the learning curve. You're going to feel the need to unlearn everything you previously learned. Everything. Everything you heard. Everything you know. Your blood pressure cuffs. The food, the gluten-free stuff. Oh, well, I eat healthy. I eat gluten-free. Or here's a good one. Oh, I eat healthy. I'm a vegetarian. Or I do keto, or I do paleo, or I do this, or I do that, or I do Weight Watchers, or I do South Beach, or I do Jenny Craig. I've heard it all. My stuff says, yeah. The makeup and the deodorant and the stuff I wear says organic and all natural. You know those definitions have been changed over the last few years. You know, food manufacturers are not having to notate any ingredient changes recently because of the supply chain interruptions due to the CV19 hoax. Wow. So the food manufacturers are not having to notate that you are now eating soy instead of whatever it was meat that you were eating. I'm not saying all manufacturers are doing that, but what I'm saying is they don't have to put it on the label anymore. Isn't that crazy? So you will feel the need to unlearn many things that you previously learned. You will learn to untrain old habits. You will untrain your connections to old smells, feelings, and tastes. You will dispose of products you have used for years. You should be willing to lose social esteem. You will make enemies over this because people will think you are completely insane for questioning the status quo, but the people that will think that you are insane for questioning the status quo are on 12 medications, are 150 pounds overweight, and are not the picture of health that you want to take advice from. Yeah. That's good preaching. That's good preaching, isn't it? Next. You will be frustrated by others willfully hurting themselves. I should have added, and their children. You will despise food-like products you once adored. You will be irritated at the grocery store. I had somebody today tell me, I go to the grocery store now, ever since I started here, and I look at somebody, and then I look at what's in their grocery cart, and I get it. Just today, they said that. I said, yep, you're getting it. That's how easy it is. You will see a connection, I promise. You will notice plugins and air fresheners immediately. And perfumes. Somebody will walk past you with perfume, and it will knock your face off. You will attain greater health and productivity than you ever imagined. Most people don't want that. Most people want the attention from having the placard hanging from their rearview mirror. They want the attention. It's a little self-Munchausen syndrome that they do. That's what they want, a lot of people. I hate to say that, but I've really come to realize it's a status symbol to have the handicap sticker. You will save untold thousands of dollars as well as early funeral heartache. How many of you want to save all of this nonsense? How many of you want to learn? How many of you want to break the status quo, right? Next. So that's the learning curve, but think about it. Here it is. The American Cancer Society, I don't support these guys. I'm not saying these are some very, very bad individuals. But the American Cancer Society, at least they throw out some stats that we can quote every once in a while. Because look at this. Says 5 to 10% of all cancers are gene defects, that's an overstatement. I will tell you that right now. That's a lie. There's more of that. Meaning, but even if it was 1%, or even if it was 2%, or even if it was 0.05%, the rest would mean that all of the rest of what they're saying here in this statement, 95% of cases are then, if they're not gene defects, what are they? Under our control, right? You get that? Yeah. So even if part of this floating statistic is off a little bit, that still tells you that the majority of stuff is under our control. That's the point of that. The next stat says, I'm not a fan of these guys, I'll say once again, but it says, But they're saying here, they estimate increasing rates of cancer. I've heard numbers of 1 in 2 will have cancer. 1 in 2 Americans. They don't say world, they say Americans. The ACS says 1 in 2 Americans will have cancer by 2030. So given those numbers, how do we know where it's going, right? We know what's causing it. That's how we can calculate how much it's going to be by that point. But here's the note. It's what you put on your body or in your body that matters. I don't care. The point of this whole thing, if you get nothing else, it's not germs, it's not genes. It's what you put on and in your body that causes it. The cure, people think, oh, there's probably a cure that they're hiding. No. The cure is knowing the cause. And right here it is. This nugget right here will save you tens of thousands, could be millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and maybe an early funeral for you or a loved one, right here. Knowing what you're putting on or in your body, period. To protect yourself and your family, start with the top 10 biggest toxic offenders. We covered this a few classes ago. Can't remember which one, but I wanted to put this back in here because people need to understand. This is where we're going with all this, with the oils, understanding how to break free of this. And we're going to give you some general and then some specific tips on how to do that. So the biggest ones, laundry soap, fabric softener, dryer sheets. We'll explain why here in a minute. Number 2 is dishwasher soap. which no one in this room needs. I'll discuss that when we shut the cameras off. Number 3, cleaning supplies for counters. Why? Because you're sitting, you're rubbing it, and then you're touching your face. Number 4, cleaning supplies for floors. Why? Who's close to the floors? Your kids and your pets. Want to know what's up with your kids and your pets? Right there. Next, number 5, cleaning supplies for toilets. That's only for those people who keep their faces in the toilets. Number 6, that was a joke. Cleaning supplies for drains because they're so toxic. Number 7, oven cleaners. Why would that be a problem? That's where you cook your food, people. So these are the biggest culprits for all the toxic crap in your house, where you're paying a company, you're buying a product, you're bringing it into your house, you're getting it on and in your body, and you're causing your own disease. Whew, they've got you. It's horrible. Number 8, furniture polish. Why? What do you sit on? What do you rub on? Then where does it go when you touch your face, right? Number 9, personal care. This soaks right into your scalp. Hairspray, gel, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, mouthwash, oral cavity, right? Heavy duty blood right here in your teeth and your tongue and your lips and your gums. Toothpaste, mouthwash, and then deodorant. You've got a lot of sweat glands here, the bottoms of your feet. That's why manicures, pedicures, ladies, you got to be careful about that stuff. So you got a lot of sweat glands here, and then cosmetics, oral and ocular membranes around here, your eyes and your nose and your mouth. So you're getting this stuff into very highly vascularized places that it can soak right into your bloodstream. So those are the top 10 offenders. This right here might save your life. Not to pump our tires or toot our own horn, but a lot of people out there, your friends and family and coworkers, they don't know this. Just this could save their lives. And I want to say this too. The average woman, talking about this personal care stuff, the average woman applies 300 chemicals per day to her body. 80 of them are before breakfast. That's why we do the natural health, Divine Design Natural Health. We do freedom kits to introduce people to Young Living stuff so that they can understand, here's the toothpaste, here's the laundry detergent, here's the deodorant. So you can start using some of these products and going, wow, these are great products and I'm not killing myself. And then a note on the air fresheners, plug-ins and candles. I already mentioned it earlier, but wicks contains lead. Burning a candle in your home for 2 hours equals smoking a pack of cigs. And swapping for a diffuser with lemon oil will not only save you all of the stuff from polluting your environment and your curtains and your clothes and everything else it lands on, but you boost your immune system at the same time. Rather than killing yourself, you can put a diffuser in your room, humidify the air, and boost your immune system at the same time for a fraction of the cost of the poisons made by companies that you wouldn't trust to throw you off a cliff.
And you don't have to worry about setting your house on fire.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about setting your house on fire. Exactly. All those things that cross our minds regularly. No. Yeah. That is true. That is true. Andrea makes a good point there. Yes. So here's an example of one of those things that people have no idea. They don't think. Okay. And they don't think. And I'm not making fun of people. I'm just saying it takes a minute to wrap your mind around some of this stuff, like the furniture stuff and the counter, the polish and the cleaners and stuff. Why would that make sense? Why would that poison you? Well, because when you go into a restaurant now and you put your hands on the table, what just happened because of last year? What has been happening in every restaurant, every church, every pew? Sanitizer. Sanitizer. You go in and it's sticky on the table. That's why. So now you have this crap on you, and then where are you putting it? Here's one example. Right here. 3 ways your laundry is killing you. Check this out. There's nothing more toxic in your house than the dryer sheets. But that's besides the point. We'll just talk about detergent and stuff like that for right now. Filling your home with chemicals to breathe during washing and drying cycles. See, detergent and the dryer sheets. Topical skin exposure from wearing clothes all day. So now it's on your clothes. Those chemicals are on your clothes. Then you're off-gassing onto yourself and wafting and skin rashes. I don't know how many people come in here with dermatological problems. They've been to dermatologist, allergist, and it's the clothes they're wearing every day. Next, the third way. These are the 3 ways. And your clothes are off-gassing in your closet while you sleep. You go do your laundry, you hang them all up, put them in your closet. You sleep in your bed, that crap is off-gassing and you're breathing it in while you're sleeping. So that's just one example of your laundry, how it's killing you. Think about all the other stuff that you're spraying in and on and around your house. We'll talk more about that later. That's just one example. Okay, so symptoms you may be experiencing from unwittingly poisoning yourself. What I'm doing is I'm building a case for why you need to get off the bad stuff, the ditch and switch. Symptoms. Every one of these would be a separate disease fixed by a separate drug. Lethargy, or some people call it chronic fatigue syndrome, which is one of those diseases that do not exist. We can get to later on. Inability to focus, aka ADD or ADHD, another disease that does not exist. Sleep issues, aka insomnia, which is another disease that does not exist. What is that, September, that we're doing diseases that don't exist? Tune in for that one, folks. You want to get your mind blown? We'll definitely talk about that. Chronic inflammation, that's just a natural thing that most people get from just eating sugar. Going to the grocery store will inflame you. Unexplained pain, aka fibromyalgia, unexplained pain. You get a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, FYI, you did not get a diagnosis. You got a made up word. Skin issues, aka rashes. You get some kind of diagnosis like contact dermatitis. You didn't get a diagnosis. You got a made up condition. Contact dermatitis means inflammation of the skin. You didn't get any new information. You already knew your skin was inflamed. That's why you went to the doctor in the first place. Hormonal issues. Oh, hormonal imbalances. That's a lie, just like chemical imbalances in your brain is a lie. Diseases that don't exist. We'll talk about all these later on. Next. Hot flashes. Your grandma, your great-grandma, they never had hot flashes. Didn't exist. Didn't exist. You think it's a part of life. It's a fact of life now. Not 100 years ago, not 200, 300, 400 years ago. Where were allergies 400 years ago? They didn't exist. Where was diabetes? Didn't exist. See where I'm going with this? Next. Stress, anxiety, fear. All of this stuff coming from, is that it? Stress, anxiety, fear, all this stuff coming from the ingestion of orally, topically, and ingesting all of these poisons can lead to this, which will all be tuned into another disease. Note. 3 ways of chemical ingestion: orally, topically, and inhalation. But now, how do you get these things into your body? You can breathe them in, you can wear them, you can inhale them, but now the 4th one is intravenously, if you understand what I'm saying. And also note, when you're dealing with all of these chemicals, 26 seconds after exposure, the chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body. Put it on your skin, ladies, the hair dye, put it into your, either you inhale it, you breathe it, you eat it, put it on your skin, or you inject it. 26 seconds later, it's present in your blood. And before we get to the general life hacks, we're going to do another commercial break with the lovely, the talented Miss Andrea.
I am talented, thank you.
You were waiting for a cut down, weren't you?
My mom says I'm talented. So this person says, I was in a lot of pain in my neck and shoulders, and I got my first adjustment early because I was in so much pain. Wow is all I can say. You can't really describe it to someone who hasn't had an adjustment like this, but I felt instant relief. And then when asked, how are you now? So much relief. So most of our patients know, or people who are currently patients know, that we usually wait about 3 or 4 weeks, and we focus on just nutrition and detoxing for those first 3 or 4 weeks to make sure that we give your body not only time to adjust to a new way of eating, but also thereby cutting down on pain and inflammation in the body, which makes the adjustments not only more comfortable, but also more effective and longer lasting once we do get started with chiropractic. But every once in a while, we'll have someone that is just in so much pain or, just really struggling that bad that doctors probably don't start chiropractic a week or 2 early. But this person was one of those people, and this was just last week, actually. And she had other adjustments before, but never had been adjusted whole body, head to toe, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, arms, ankles, the whole 9 yards. So it really is powerful. So even if you've grown up going to a chiropractor with chiropractic care, it's not like this, and I can guarantee it's not like this. Yeah. It'll change your life.
And we talked about why that is too with Magali earlier today.
Yeah.
Most people who go to chiropractors, what gets adjusted? What are the 2 things that get adjusted? Everybody knows, neck and back, right? Why is that? Why only neck and back? I mean, if you got carpal tunnel or you've got an ankle problem, why would they not adjust your arms or your legs?
Because insurance won't let them.
Oh, interesting. Because insurance won't let them.
Yeah.
Your care at your doctor or your naturopath or whatever, if it's insurance based, your doctor's not deciding what to do. Your insurance company is. Get over it. Grow up. Get over it. It hurts. It sucks. But your doctor's not deciding your care. Blue Cross Blue Shield is.
Yep. But if you get adjusted here, you're going to start getting real ticked when he goes on vacation because then you have to wait 3 weeks for an adjustment. Just saying.
That's why we do the pulse, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
But let's meme what we say and say what we meme. Check this out. I'm sorry for the things I said when I ran out of oils. I'm so sorry. Next. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Let me read it for you. Nothing screams Western medicine quite like offering free Krispy Kreme donuts, free cheeseburgers, free ice cream, and free Budweiser as rewards for receiving an experimental shot for a disease in a country that saw 80% of its hospitalizations in overweight or obese people. Take a picture of that. Genius. We just have to appreciate the genius of other people, and that's why I love memes. The observational prowess of others can sometimes point out something that is so obviously missing to so many of us. And that's kind of what I echoed at the very beginning. How the government looks trying to bribe the masses into taking a poison designed to turn them into, yep, and that people will take it. People will absolutely take it. Love this. This is from 300. If you've never seen this film, I would highly, men, check this film out. If you've never seen this movie, check this out. It will inspire you. So, Xerxes, the Persian king who says he is God, comes to Leonidas and says, "Worship me." And Leonidas, and he's basically saying, "I can offer you security. I require only that you kneel." And Leonidas says, "Now, see, that's going to be a problem. We're going to have a problem with that." Because these guys were bad mamma jammas that didn't bow to anybody. So the whole film, you have to check that out. That's what that's about. I may not always get adjusted. Just kidding. I always go to the chiropractor. There's a reason why, and if you want to understand why chiropractic was thrown under the bus and said quackery, they echoed these quackery, pseudoscience, cultist terms for decades. The greatest healing profession the world has ever known, look it up on Facebook, look it up on YouTube. We taught that class about a month or two ago, and that will tell you everything you never knew about chiropractic. Next. Here we go. General life hacks to save greenbacks. This is why you came. You want to know some ways to save some money? Check this out. You ready? We're going to blaze through this. Swap your candles, swap your air fresheners, swap your plugins for a diffuser with oils. If you want to know the best diffuser out there, let us know. Ask Nadia up front. We will show you the best diffuser out there. It's one where you don't have to fill it up 12 times a day. You know, not a little 200 mil base. But yeah, you can swap all this stuff out, not burn your house down, and not kill yourself and not mess up your hormones just by using a diffuser with oils. And it's cheap, it's easy, it's affordable. Next, number 2, use thieves to clean bathroom and kitchen surfaces. This is non-toxic. You can drink it, you can eat it. It won't kill you. But all the stuff that you have in your cabinets that you have a lock on, you have a lock on those cabinets for what reason? For your kids and your grandkids and anyone coming over your house. Remember when everybody had locks? Because the Poison Control Center, you know, a few kids died from sucking down Drano. Well, now they must have evolved because now the Tide Pods aren't killing any, right? Now over the years, it's like, what happened? 20 years ago it was Poison Control Center. Now it's Tide Pods are the big thing. But these are grown kids. So this stuff won't kill you, and you can use it to clean your surfaces and all the stuff we just talked about, like your bathrooms and your kitchens. Number 3. Replace your detergent with Thieves detergent. If you want to know more about, we're going to cover a little bit more about Thieves here in a little while, but these are the big picture life hacks. Here soon we'll get to some specific. Replace your soft drinks and sweet tea with oils in your water. This is so simple. This is so easy. I do this every day. I put stuff in my water, my coffee, my tea, whatever I'm drinking. Start using cinnamon and nutmeg. You want to make your own little chai thing? You want to make your own little latte flavored thing? Or you can put, if you're just doing water, you can do grapefruit or lemon or lime. There's all kinds of flavors, orange, tangerine, citrus. Next, add oils to food recipes like thyme, like rosemary, oregano, basil. The list goes on. Number 6, mix oils into smoothies. You can put grapefruit, lemon, lime. We just talked about that one. Number 7, add oils to a spray bottle for misting your entire house, your workplace, or your car. Little glass spray bottles. Put do whatever you want to do. You want to put 25 different oils in there? You can. You want to put just one in there? You can. Make it as strong or as diluted as you want. See, you have so many options. But you can put a little thing in the door of your car, or put something under your cabinet, or put something in your bathroom drawer. You know, somebody goes into your bathroom and stinks it up. Be drug free. So many people say, well, I don't take drugs, but yeah, I'm only on 3 blood pressure meds. You can tell, like they've got a relative or a friend or a family member who's on 8. So they feel okay that they're only on 3. So be drug free. You know, back in the 80s, it was drug free America, right? Dare to keep kids off drugs. You know, you didn't want to give in to peer pressure, but now you got all the rock stars and all the big people on TV saying, give in to peer pressure. Go get your SHOT. Be drug free. Many oils stimulate the immune system, fight depression, and relax muscles, right? Replace lotions, number 9. Replace lotions with your own custom skin serum. You can put your own skin stuff together, make it smell however you want it to smell. It's oils and then carrier oil, or it's just straight oils. It depends on how much you want to make. You can make your own custom skin serum. Number 10, add your favorite scent to cotton balls and place them in vents of home or car. I will say they also make these little felt things that go inside a little locket-looking thing that you can put in your vents. Those are game changers for your car and other things. Number 11, replace dryer sheets by using a few drops of your favorite oil on a washcloth. Get rid of your dryer sheets. I just saved you how much money right there? And at the end, I will save you money on dishwasher soap if you stick around, because we're going to shut the camera down. I'll tell everybody how we'll save you a few bucks there. But put that on a washcloth and just dry it. Replace pesticides with peppermint. 4 or 5 drops in a 4-ounce spray should work just fine on most of your plants. If you've got stuff sitting out on your patio or your deck and you don't want the squirrels or the bugs or the ants or things to get into, you can also do this around your doors and windows. I think that's another little general hack that I put in here. And peppermint's one of many things you can use. I just use that as an example. That'll keep stuff away from your plants. Number 13, replace your perfumes and your aftershaves with your favorite oil or blend. Once again, you can make it whatever you want it to be and replace your perfumes. You know, Giorgio Armani and Chanel are not your friends. Look at what's in some of this stuff. Make your own perfume or aftershave. Number 14, add thieves to baking soda to absorb food odors in the refrigerator. Many of these I do myself. That's why they ended up here. Took me, you start experimenting with oils, you learn more. We're doing a download right now. Number 15, you don't have to do all of these. Just do 1 or 2. Replace toxic cleaners with thieves on countertops, bathtubs. See, I like that one so much I put it in twice. See how that works? Number 16, make your own hand sanitizer with your favorite oils. Instead of using the gel, what is the? Purell. Purell, yes. Instead of using the Purell. Purell sales in 2020 had to have been absolutely phenomenal. Whole 5-gallon jugs of it just flying off the shelves. But you can make your own hand sanitizer or hand purifier with your favorite oils, or use the hand purifier. Purify, number 17, sanitized hotels and cabins with portable diffuser and favorite oils. Can't tell you how many hotels or cabins I walk into and it smells like Glade, Renews It, Febreze, air freshener, plug-in, something cancer-causing. And it's on the sheets of the bed, it's on the comforter, it's on the pillows, it's on the couch, it's on everything. It's everywhere, that stuff going into the air. But you can sanitize it on your own with your own diffuser and favorite oils. Freshen litter boxes and dog crates with sprayed oils. Spray your pets, don't spay your pets. See what I did? So you freshen litter boxes and dog crates. We can talk more about that if you all have questions about cats and dogs. Spray door and window entry points to deter insects. We talked about that with spraying of the plants. I do this all the time because in May, June, around Tennessee, spiders come out of the woodwork, at least where I live. Spray around your patio, spray around your deck, and all the entrances of your doors and windows. Number 20, replace fluoridated toothpaste and mouthwash with thieves versions. This is so easy. This is the simple, like day 1 stuff you can do. Number 21, if you want more info on why you do not want fluoride, check out the water classes we have on Facebook or YouTube. And Nadia can give you the actual names of them. I'm spacing on them right now. Number 21, you can replace Armor All and all of the other stuff you use on your car, like degreaser, engine degreaser, white wall stuff, all the Armor All inside, outside stuff. You can change it. You can get rid of that with these dish soap. And there's a couple little things that we'll talk about how to make all that. Olive oil, stuff like that. Next, number 22, protect leather. Here it is. With 6 drops of Thieves dish soap, 2 cups of water, and a half cup of olive oil. I came across this recipe the other day because I have this leather hat that I was like debating. I've got the leather treatment stuff, the spray. I'm like, man, I don't want to use that on here. But I had forgotten, came across this and was like, oh, there it is. That's how you get rid of those chemicals, because that's going to be where? On my head. So I didn't want to do that. Here it is. Thieves dish soap, 2 cups of water, and a half cup of olive oil. You could do the same thing here. Replace pledge with the same mixture above, but you use 2 tablespoons, a cup, and a quarter cup, respectively, of the soap, the water, and the olive oil. Number 24, Thieves dish soap can be used as shampoo or body wash. That's easy. It's all practically the same stuff, just different consistencies. Use Thieves fruit and veggie soak to clean produce before preparing. I love this. I love this. I use this all the time. I put it in a little spray bottle. I dilute it. And then I put my veggies in a bowl, spray, 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 run it full of water, and it sucks all the crap off of your veggies. Question. I don't know why not. I don't know why not. Yeah. Yeah, the dish soap it wouldn't spray I don't know, Ashley, what do you think? The dish soap wouldn't spray well.
It won't spray well, yeah. Or just use cleaner as
Just
well.
dilute it down. Yeah. These products are so interchangeable. They're so interchangeable, yeah. Number 26. Get rid of toxic nonstick pans and aluminum foil. A lot of people don't know this. They read the books. See, it's in the books that we propagate here, that we have people read, but they forget. Teflon is bad for you. Aluminum is bad for you. Anything that has a chemical coating on it where it will nothing will stick to it, it's been chemically treated. So when you heat it and you scrape it and you wash it over years and years and years, you're getting little particles of that in your body. And people forget about that. So get rid of the toxic nonstick pans and use Thieves to degrease. I only use cast iron or stainless steel. That's it. That is it. You do not want to cook anything on nonstick Teflon stuff. Who made Teflon? DuPont. What does DuPont do? Chemicals. You don't want that. 27, replace toxic scrub formulas. I grew up with Barkeeper's Friend. Grew up with it. And I could not figure out why every time my mom would have me scrub the tub that I would be coughing and sneezing. Well, most water, especially now tap water, has chlorine in it. And when you have anything that has ammonia and the chlorine, and they mix, ladies, all the Tilex people out there, you're making ammonium chloride. What's another name for ammonium chloride? Nerve gas. So you want to know why you're feeling all hazy coming out of the tub after you got done scrubbing all that crap? Guess what? You just nerve gassed yourself in very, very, very small amounts. Don't tell me that people don't know this. Don't tell me. Replace toxic scrub. Use Thieves household cleaner and baking soda. Make a paste. And you can use that on anything. Grout, sidewalks, cement, asphalt, anything. Economically replace cleaners. Here's a big tip. You can use this on so many. Replace 128 all-purpose cleaning bottles. So you go home, you take out your Tilex, you take out your Windex, you take out all your whatever X, get rid of them. And you can replace 128 of those at 25 or 30 ounces each of each bottle for depending on 51 to 88 cents per bottle by purchasing a 64-ounce bottle of Thieves household cleaner. Now, I put 51 to 88 because it depends on where you're at. If you're just buying it, from somebody, or if you're an actual member of Young Living. That's what the 51 to 88 is. But regardless, you're going to be saving a lot of money. Number 29, appliances, grout, sidewalks, driveways, bricks, siding, furniture, carpets, walls, aquariums if you got them, engines, cars can be cleaned more economically and safely. All of it. Number 30. Or is that it? No, we got a 30. Yeah, there it is. Toothpaste can double as deodorant or grout scrub. See, I put just a couple of these in here to show you. You can double these up. You can use something as something else. It doesn't. You can use them multi-purposely. Mm-hmm. Commercial break with Andrea. Coming up. We're almost done.
All right. So this person is the wife of first testimonial I read. She says, before coming here, my husband's knees, ankles, elbows, shoulders consistently ached and limited mobility. Getting dressed and putting on coats were an ordeal. When asked, how are you now? She said, 6 months later, and I no longer hear my husband get dressed. No moaning, heavy breathing, or cursing, a basic daily need now done with ease. So if you're getting annoyed with your husband or your wife and you have to put their shoes on, get them here.
Yep.
We'll teach them how to tie their own shoes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That was hilarious. That was at their last visit, husband-wife team. And she said, Dr. Brett, I'm just so thankful. And she said, yeah, I don't hear him getting dressed anymore. Then it hit me. Thought he's hucking and bucking and shiving and jiving, trying to put his shirt on months ago. Now he's completely pain-free. It's great. So write that down. Next, let's look at these memes. They're great. They're great people. I know they're watching out there. I told you that was going to be a testimonial. I told you we were going to use that because all the women would love it. When I go to use an oil and it's empty and I have no backups. Yes, we are addicts around here. Ashley, are you addicted to oils?
Yeah, I call my mom when I'm out.
You call your mom?
She's got her, and I'll order one, but I need to borrow it from
Yeah.
you.
Ashley goes to her dealer when she's out.
The next place is the next friend who has oil.
Yeah. If mom's out, you just go right down the Rolodex, man. Okay, that's funny. My second language is essential oils. Only pessimists see their EO bottles as half empty. Only optimists see their bottles as half full. And only realists are online ordering more. It's hilarious. Once you see all the uses, you can't get over it. You start becoming more and more aware of how you can use these. When someone is mad and you pop some essential oils in the diffuser to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
Yep, that happens. So you got the guy with his girlfriend, he's checking out this girl represented by essential oils you've never used before and your current collection. That's funny. That's funny. Now, here are the specific life hacks. Specific ones. You might want to write some of these down. These are going to be good. Purification is a blend, by the way. Purification, diffused, can reduce night terrors. Say what?
I didn't know that.
You did?
I didn't.
Did not. Oh, Ashley did not. Something Ashley did not know. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Basil is a natural muscle relaxant. So you can put that on and in. See where we're going with this? Number 3, lemongrass taken eternally can prevent bug bites.
Cool.
See, specific, see? When some of you walk in here, a lot of times what we're burning, I shouldn't say burning, a lot of times what we're diffusing is purification or lemongrass.
Constipation.
A drop of peppermint in the toilet. Oh, because the venous supply of your butte is there close to peppermint coming up from said commode. You might feel it. Try it. I've never actually done this because I don't know if I've ever been constipated, really. Maybe once or twice. Valor along the jawline can help with TMJ. Geranium on the bottom of the feet after swimming helps detox the body from chlorine. So many people get sick from public pools, and especially now because people are transmitting, right? Bye-bye jacuzzis, bye-bye hot tubs, and bye-bye public pools for those of you who are in the know. But you can use geranium on the bottom of your feet. Why on the bottom of your feet? Anybody? Massive number of sweat glands on your feet. That's how dogs track you. That's why your feet and your socks stink. That's also why we use foot spas. Lots of sweat glands on the bottom of your feet. So we keep hot water in the tub and your feet sweat, and then we apply water and electricity and an ionic field, and we're using your body to detox through all of your sweat glands. 3 places in your body that have super, super duper amount of sweat glands. Bottom of your feet, armpits, groin. Another place is right behind your ears, which is where women put their perfume. That's just by reflex. Peppermint in the belly button for fever. I've personally never tried that one. A few drops of nutmeg under your tongue or in your coffee supports your adrenals and energy levels. I do this daily. That's why I put this one in here. Big time. Adrenals and nutmeg go together like beer and pizza. It's wonderful. A cap of thieves couple of you caught that. Kappa Thieves Veggie Soak in your laundry will soften towels. See, these are interchangeable. Ashley, did you know that one?
I did not.
See? Look at everything you're learning.
Right?
Look at this. A seasoned veteran, professional, still learning stuff. Lead 'em over the liver relieves feelings of hate. There is so much emotional healing that can be done with oils. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable what you can do with oils. Next. What else we got? Add a drop of thieves or purification to your fresh cut flower water. Helps them stay alive longer. Yes, yes, yes. Purification on cotton balls underneath your vehicle seats ensures that your vehicle doesn't smell like sweaty kids and farts, Andrea.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Sciatica, using some Panaway, which is a blend, Copaiba, which is a single, frankincense and peppermint, which are both singles, in a roller. So you put the blend, the single, then layer joy and lavender on your heels. Inner ankle, say what?
The deep relief roller is also good for that.
Oh, deep relief. Deep relief is a blend. That would also be good for that. Inner ankle is an ideal spot to apply women's support oils. So like Endoflex and Sclerosens and Lady Scleriol and all the women's endocrine stuff that we talked about probably a month ago when we did the emotions, not lotions. We built a case for all the women poisoning themselves with all the lotions and the cosmetics and the personal care products and things, and then we showed people how you can substitute oils for some of the bad stuff that's killing you. That's emotions, not lotions. That was number 102. Royal Oilers, number 102. Thieves spray can entirely refresh clothing if it's needed, and there's no time to laundry. Just don't use it on your undies, guys. Cliff.
Good tip.
Cliff, don't use it on your undies. You can refresh your clothing if you don't have time to launder it. Lemon oil gets gum in small, clear rubber bands out of your hair. Lemon oil can take sticky stuff off of everything. Just watch it using it on plastic. It can get a little melty on plastic. Next, dry eyes, dry mouth, dry vag, low testosterone. Idaho Blue Spruce can change your life, ladies. I can't tell you, by the way, I can't tell you how many women, dry eyes or dry mouth. What's the major cause, women? Anybody? What is the major problem? I said it earlier. Laundry. It's the stuff they're wearing. It's their perfume. It's the stuff off. Wondering why your eyes are dry? You will watch commercials all day long talking about dry eye. Why? Because the crap they're wearing right in front of their face. I see it on a regular basis. I see it all the time. Concerned you've been glutened? 2 drops of caraway under the tongue to halt the reaction. Orange oil in your water helps as well. I'll just say this while we're on this point here. Gluten is not the problem. All you people out there that think celiac, Crohn's, got to stay away from gluten. Gluten's not the problem. Glyphosate's the problem. You're being told it's gluten. It's not. A drop of purification on the underoos to keep things fresh. Andrea has to use that all the time. Oh, not on Andrea. No, you've got 3 kids. I'm talking about the kids. Don't get so offended. Oh, I love it. Taking longevity, which is a blend, during pregnancy helps varicose veins from being painful. I would not know. I've not done that. Believe oil, which is one of my favorites. It is a very, very, very enchanting blend. It's got about 5 or 8 different single oils in it. It's one of my personal, I'd say it's probably one of my top 5, honestly. And I have a lot of top 5s. But Believe in capsules for kidney and bladder concerns, or you could just put it right in liquid and take it, put it topically and internally. So reverse the whole, where's cancer coming from? It's from what you're putting on and in your body. Reverse it, turn it around 180 degrees, and guess what? Put everything that's helping your body on and in your body at the same time. Sandwich that crap. Age spots. Blue tansy. Blue tansy is one of those dealios, one of those singles that you can put in your skin serum. So now you've got blue tansy and 15 or 20 or 25 or 30, however many you want to put in your skin serum. Just do a little dropper and boom, wear it and you're out the door instead of slathering yourself with 80 different chemicals. Cypress rubbed over the neck helps loosen thick congestion. It also releases grief, which is stored in the lungs. Yes, I cannot tell you how many people had grief, massive chunks of grief in their life, and they ended up with lung problems, just like anger with the liver, resentment with the kidneys, stuff like that. You'll see people, jealousy has certain patterns and certain emotions that's attached to it. Where are we? Oh, yeah, there it is. A few drops of frankincense on the roof of the mouth can halt a panic attack. I'd love to see that. I've not yet seen that yet. We've come across some very interesting hacks here, life hacks. So if you guys do this, and if you guys ever do this, I want to know about it. Geranium's good for layering on tick bites once the tick's been removed. There is science behind that. Yes, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Sugar cravings. Dill essential oil to the feet, wrists, or under the tongue. We just try to get rid of your sugar cravings by getting you unaddicted to what? Sugar. So don't treat things medically. And what I mean by this is I see so many people using essential oils to treat things medically. In other words, instead of going to a doctor that gives you a drug for a disease, you try to apply a supplement or an essential oil to a symptom. You're already thinking medically, like I have this problem, what can I take for it? Incorrect. That's not the correct way. It's the way you've been trained. I get it. It's the way we were all trained. But instead of saying, what can I take for this? You should be asking, why do I have this? Follow me? So the sugar cravings are a symptom of something. They're not the problem. So by taking something to get rid of the sugar cravings, you're not really fixing the problem. How do we get rid of the sugar cravings? Break them in half. Break them in half. And we can show you how to do that. So don't treat like a medical doctor. Think like a chiropractor. What's the source? Not how do we cover the symptom. Cypress on kid's belly before bed to help with wetting the bed. That can help. It's not a fix-all, no-all, end-all, be-all. Thieves hand sanitizer is great spot treatment for pimples. Yes. You get a little rash or breakout or a blackhead or something like that. Boom, boom. Thieves. And same with the bug bites. Yep, totally. A dab of CBD muscle rub on hemorrhoids is a lifesaver. Andrea told me about this one. I had no idea.
Revelation.
I said, Andrea, that's a great idea. Let me put that in the PowerPoint. Oh, we love you. I'm just kidding. She's going to get me back one of these days. I know it's coming. I know. But I thought that's genius. That makes a lot of sense because, the CBD muscle rub, the CBD stuff that they have, that Young Living has, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And the way that they do the oils infused into the CBD. CBD is an isolate. If you want to know more about CBD, we've got a class on everything you need to know about it. We we diffused it down to about an hour. It's called the ABCs of CBD. Anything you want to know about it. We went through the whole history of cannabis, what your government did to suppress it, and then how it came out and what it's doing now. I'm not saying go get some from anybody, but what I am saying, Young Living has some good stuff. Dorado Azul, oh, so interesting, yeah, is a respiratory powerhouse. Have you researched its other uses? You can. We can talk about that when the camera goes down. Dorado Azul is a plant that Gary Young, he figured out how to grow, harvest, distill, and do everything with this plant. No one had ever distilled that plant before. Very interesting story. We can talk about that when the camera goes down. Candida, digestion, diabetes, reducing inflammation. Next. That's a very useful oil right there. Pine is a great replacement for Idaho Grand Fir, or what used to be called Idaho Balsam is now called Idaho Grand Fir, by the way. So if you go looking for this one, you won't find it. You will find this. In a capsule, you can put it for pain. Or pine, guess what? Put it right on the spot, and then you can put it in your coffee, water, or tea, too. So you're doing the in and the out. Use sensation massage oil after a bath and as a lubricant on your lady parts to avoid bacteria and yeast issues. Andrea also told me about this one. I'm just kidding. There's actually a really good website, a Facebook group, I believe, that had some of these in there. And I thought, wow, these are powerful. These would be good for people. Next, diffuse cedarwood and citronella to repel insects. You'll thank me for that one later. Cardamon's a great support for lung and sinus infections. Yes, it is. Very, very affordable oil, by the way. Cinnamon bark, very affordable oil. Amen. On fresh mosquito bites is pure magic. Yes, yes, yes. Pure, pure magic. It might burn a little bit. Know that cinnamon is what we call kind of a hot oil. But see, you're beginning to see some of the utility for all of this stuff, right? You can smell it, you can wear it, you can eat it, you can drink it. So useful.
And cinnamon bark is what makes thieves so
Yep.
good at killing any of the bad guys that are hanging around.
Yeah, yeah.
Thieves is the particular oil that.
Yes. Thieves has cinnamon in it. Celery seed oil for constipation, 4 to 6 drops in a capsule can have results in 20 minutes. I want one of you guys to try that and tell me how it works out.
Are you ready for a commercial break?
Yes, we are. You ready for a commercial break? And then we're done. Wow, we're right on time. Andrea, commercial break.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't
hate
have
me.
anything clever to say.
Don't hate
this
me.
time.
I just
Okay.
picking.
This person says, I used to take 4 to 5 naps every day. Ever since I've been seeing Dr. Brett, I haven't been taking naps. Thank you, Dr. Brett. So if you feel like taking a nap at 2 or 3 p.m. and you're just exhausted and that just feels like the way it is because you get up at 6 or 7 with your kids and, you know, everybody's tired by that point. Everybody you work with is ready to fall asleep by that point. It does not have to be that way.
Yep.
I used to be that way. I was like ready to take a nap at like 11 a.m. And now I'm totally fine. Like I don't take naps. This person doesn't take naps. Yes,
Amen.
and I work here and I chase lots of kids.
There we go.
But yes, you don't have to have that afternoon slump
Yep.
or lean on a cup of coffee.
Yeah. That's not normal. I know you're told it's normal, I know, but there's a difference between common and normal. What you're being told is normal is actually common. When someone drinks a blue Gatorade but says they need to look into the safety of oils, notice his very effective lazy eye. That's the way I look at people when they say something silly like that. I love that. I love that. Yes. Animal droppings identification. I'll let you look at that. I had to look at it a couple times. And I was shocked at the accuracy of the bear and the black bear and the bison, the lion. It's very accurate. Very accurate. We call that scat. For those of you who love Gary Chapman, 5 love languages, we've got words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch, and the new one that Gary Chapman added, it's called sharing memes. Number 6. Who knew there were six love languages? I'm sharing my love with all of you. And here is me surrounded by, I am the cat man. Indeed. That's funny. And next. Now, how to get started. Great. Okay. So I told you all this stuff. If you're on board, rock and roll. If you're not, get on board. Check out this. Check out how easy this is. Get a starter kit or purchase 100 PV of products to become a wholesale customer. You can ask us about this after the event. We're almost done. Ask Nadia, ask Andrea, ask Amanda if you have more questions about this. Super easy, super affordable, and super cool. And you can change your entire household, your kids, your future, your family. A lifetime wholesale membership means 24% off all products. Next, you can get on our team to be guided through the process of eventually getting your oils for free while ditching your chemicals and switching to oils. We do a lot of training around here. It's good stuff because we do an oils class about once a month. We have also July 17th, the event that you're all buying tickets to. We're going to have scavenger hunt. We're going to have cornhole. We're going to have bullseye buckets. We're going to have what? Darts. We're going to have a makeup table so you can try all of the personal care makeup stuff. I'm losing it. What else? July 17th, a smell contest. July 17th, that's the 2021 Summer Oil Olympics. You guys won't want to miss that. It's going to be awesome. So get on our team and be guided through the process of getting all your stuff for free. Other benefits, like loyalty rewards, will help to increase your applications and understanding of essential oils over time. So you just do a little bit at a time. You just learn how this happens. You ditch and switch. It's a process of weeks or months. You don't do it overnight. So Add items to your subscribe to save cart to conveniently receive products. You can do it every 1, 2, or 3 months. We order stuff here at the office every month. A few orders every month. Next, order monthly to earn 10% back in loyalty rewards. So that's a good way to build up rewards stuff for free stuff. You can't beat it. After 4 consecutive months, you get 20% back on any of your orders. After 25 consecutive months, you get 25% back. And your products are shipped to your door, and you can earn free products every month. It's super easy. Super, 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 super easy. Now what? So you start small. Like I said, in review of what we're doing, you just start small. You just pick one room, or you pick a few products. Say, hey, I want to do better makeup. Start small. You start slowly. You don't go in overhead, overboard, like on day one. You just start learning how some of these oils, you have to respect each oil, because you have to understand, like, this is God's stuff. Understanding how oils work is a massive, massive undertaking. The distillation process, the growing of the plants, the seed, all the way, the growth, the taking care of the plants, the harvesting. They have to be done at a certain time in order to get the right constituents. It's unbelievable. So start slowly. Read up on a little bit of each oil, and you'll learn. And over time, it'll just be better and better and better, and you'll respect each oil. Start with your convictions. If you are convicted that you have to, stop cleaning the stuff around your house with bad stuff, let that be your conviction. If you're convicted that, hey, I got to change my diet, maybe I should start using the oregano and the basil and the thyme and the rosemary and things like that. Great. Start with your convictions. The thing that you feel like you need to change the most. And then realize there are consequences to everything we eat, drink, breathe, or wear. There are consequences. Everything that goes on or in your body, just like what we talked about. So, examples. Here's what we do. Month 1, you get the thieves cleaner. You clean your home. You rejoice that you're no longer destroying your health, right? Examples. Month 1. Jonathan, where is it? There we go. Month 1, just get the thieves cleaner. Clean your home. Rejoice you're no longer destroying your health. Month 2, you get the thieves laundry soap. You do the laundry. You rejoice that you're no longer killing yourself. I do a little happy dance. I dance back and forth every time. Month 3, you get your personal care products like deodorant and toothpaste, and you repeat the above. And then month 4, you get cosmetics. Repeat the above. You can rejoice that you're no longer killing yourselves, and you're not supporting companies that want you dead. All right, questions? I thought you were pointing. She faked me out. I thought somebody was standing behind me. We've got free stuff. Questions?
Anything for energy, like you feel like you're down? Or
Microphone. Microphone for the recording.
Okay, anything for energy, or something like can help you to be not to be down in your
Anything for energy?
Yeah,
I have
like
the perfect thing for energy.
I had the tendency to sleep a lot.
I have the perfect thing for energy.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm fighting that.
Okay. I have the perfect thing for energy. The perfect thing for energy. Somebody in here answer this question. Who's a patient here? Raise a hand if you're a patient. All the way around. Okay. Who wants to answer the question? Where does all of your energy, if somebody has a problem, hold on. If somebody has a problem with energy, so fatigue, chronic fatigue, whatever, lethargy, tiredness, however they want to say it, I know immediately, without even taking them, without even asking another thing, what is the problem? What is the problem? Where does your energy, yes, correct. Where does your energy come from?
Diet.
The food you eat. So if you're tired and you can't keep your eyes open, I know you eat crap.
I've been telling him all the time.
Yeah,
I do.
that's simple. You'll never forget it now.
Can we rewind this, please?
Sure. Play it again for you. Absolutely. So you can take some notes. Hilarious. But no, it's that simple. I want you guys to really understand, not that we're picking on you or anything like that. Understand, when you run into people and they say, man, I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. Oh, I'm passing out in the back of the class or the back of the room, I can't keep my eyes open. Why? You automatically know. Immediately. They're eating sugar. They're eating processed crap. They're eating things in bags and cans and boxes. They're eating refined, processed carbohydrates that get burned up like that, and then they crash. The kids in school that can't pay attention because they're sleeping, I guarantee you, look at their breakfast. It's a Mountain Dew. It's Skittles. It's crap that it's so obvious. And your doctors and your teachers and your food service people and your restaurant workers have no idea. And if they do, they're not going to tell you. It's so simple. There's your answer. Food. Food. Or you could go get a prescription for Adderall or Vyvanse. I'm sure that would help. For a certain amount of time until it eats holes in your brain and you forget to eat. But yeah, all of that stuff comes from the food. Simple. Other questions? Good job. Questions, thoughts, ideas, comments, cries of outrage, anything. Come on, we got to close this up. Huh?
If you've got a question, yeah, we'd like to
Question.
record in case somebody else has a question.
Instead of cornstarch, there was something in there. Can you use arrowroot powder?
Depends on what for. Yeah, I'd try to stay away from cornstarch. Arrowroot, yeah, I believe
You
so.
mean like for scrubbing stuff?
I'd have to look into it.
Or like a paste to scrub
Oh,
stuff?
oh.
Oh, yeah, that's baking soda.
Oh, baking soda.
Yeah.
Use anything that would be gritty.
It's not as, it's not going to be as gritty. You certainly could try. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's not going to be as abrasive.
Do you think that's better?
It depends on the surface.
I don't know. It depends. It depends. And you make the recipe, you make it however thick and gritty you want to make it. If you want to make it less gritty, use less baking soda. Yeah. So you can, that's the beautiful thing about it. It's just for the grit. Jane. Or no, we had, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
What's baking soda made of? I mean, where does baking soda come from?
God, if you
Sodium bicarbonate.
asked me, yeah. Huh, wow. Impressive. I was trying to remember my chemistry days, and she just ripped it out of my head. That's great. Yes. I couldn't remember. She got it. Yeah. So it's just a mineral, basically. Ground up rocks. You had a question?
Yes. I seen on there where it said to replace your pesticides with peppermint, like the peppermint oil.
It's one example, yeah. Depending on the plant and stuff, yeah.
I've got an issue with Japanese beetles on some of our blackberry plants.
Fabulous.
What
Oils.
could I use the oil or a peppermint candy, or will it matter?
I would use the oils. Well, I take it you have a large stockpile of peppermint candy. No? I would say use the oils. Because you got to think the oils are in a concentration that it would be foreign to bugs. That's how it works. Yeah. And,
definitely kill the bug later.
and sugar, yeah, I mean,
Brittany made a good point that the candy has sugar in it, which is going to attract more bugs and things.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that would
and
actually be
I was gonna
shooting your
say-
plant in the foot.
the ants would be all over the
Yep.
place. Yeah. Jane.
When applying the oils, is it really critical where you apply them? I know they can affect you one way or another, but if you're,
Is it critical where you apply them?
yeah,
Will they be more effective applied in one place versus another, depending on what you're trying to use it for?
Can
or
be.
can you just,
You can
just
go for broke. You can put
put it-
them everywhere.
yeah.
It just depends what you're
Just
using
doesn't-
it for.
It's always an excellent place. There's a lot of organs that are tied to the bottom of your feet.
Yep. Reflexology and Vitaflex points and things like that. There are certain places on your feet, certain teeth that are tied to certain organs. So I would say if you've got a certain condition that you really want to target things, we could show you what to look at. But, you're not going to hurt yourself anywhere you put things.
Except peppermint in your eyeball.
Except, oregano in your eyeball, avoid. Peppermint in your eyeball, avoid. Cinnamon and cassia in your eyeballs, avoid. But other than the hot oils in like, mucosal areas, I mean, you want to speak to that a little bit? You know Raindrop. Ashley knows Raindrop, so she knows a lot more about specific applications of things.
So yeah, exactly what you're saying, and even your hands also have reflexology too. So, but if you have something specific, like your bicep is killing you, you slather those oils right where it's bothering you. If your liver is bothering you, put those oils right over your liver or on the Vitaflex. Reflexology points as well, and you can easily Google reflexology charts.
It's in that little book
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. If you have a, you just want to, then yeah, put it
Do
where
it.
you want.
Do it. Slather.
There's also a lot of emotional points on your ears as well.
Yep.
So if you're doing something emotionally, yeah, go for the ears, go for the belly button, or figure out which emotion is tied to the organ. Like he talked about hate being your liver. You store a lot of anger and hate in your liver, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grief in the lungs.
That explains some things.
I mean, it's a pattern, noticeable pattern.
Yep.
Jealousy, envy,
Yeah.
spite. Yes.
Okay, I have two more questions. I've been looking a lot just recently, started really researching this. Number one, what is your take on, is it safe for cats and dogs? I noticed there was something on there. I seem to read a lot that it's only certain ones are safe for cats.
You hear that a lot so this is your first question? Just like with anything else, you have to define these days what an essential oil is. So yeah, I'll let Ashley speak on this here in a second, but think about this for a minute. When you hear people talk about essential oils, are they talking about pure therapeutic grade, 100% pure essential oils, or are they talking about the stuff at Walmart that says it's an essential oil? So think about that for a minute, and then also at the same time, think about the innate, pure, awesome wisdom of a cat or a dog. Are they going to ingest anything that would utterly kill them? No. So very few oils will react, and now will harm a cat or a dog. Ashley, go ahead.
So I have 4 cats.
Okay.
And I have 7 diffusers running at all times in my house.
Yep.
And when
it doesn't matter what
I don't know, like people are like, oh, don't diffuse tea tree oil or don't put, like my mom puts oil straight up on her cats, and sometimes they hate her, and sometimes they don't, but
Yeah.
they aren't dead yet. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
When I do raindrops use a lot of hot oils, oregano, peppermint, marjoram, like all of the hot oils and stuff. The cats are actually drawn to that. And I have had cats that, believe it or not, are on anti-anxiety medication. Then when I go to somebody's house and they're afraid of people,
Anything
be
for
right
humans.
there above my head on its little tree stand thing, watching me do raindrops. So like you said, cats have an innate ability. Give them freedom to leave the room. But I have never had an issue with any of my cats. And they're different ages from different states.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, there are different companies out there that are not 100% pure therapeutic grade. So if you put something in that and then diffuse it, if you put an oil like that in there and diffuse it, a cat, what kind of reaction could you? Who knows? But Young Living stuff, I've never heard of, nor have I ever seen a problem with another living creature, other than a little bit of like oregano or peppermint might burn sensitive areas or areas that have blood flow or a cut or something like that. That's it. That's it. 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils are practically harmless across the spectrum.
Yeah, any oil that has a use by date on it, 99% of it is not going to be 100% therapeutic. So.
Correct. Yeah, these are the only oils that are okayed for internal consumption. FYI. There's no other company. Unless somebody in here knows of, this is internal, So what was your other question? Cats and dogs, what was the second one?
That had to do with dilute. I read a lot of you should dilute
There's a lot of crap out there.
before.
There's a lot of crap out there. It's like when people come to me and they say, well, what about red meat? Is red meat good for you? Depends on who you listen to. Depends on the red meat. Is it Farmer Joe raised it, or is it refined, processed, factory? Is it computer, 3D computer printed plastic meat? Or is it beyond meat? Because there's now plant-based stuff that they make it so it looks like it's bleeding. That's how fake it is. So define meat, define water. Now you have to define milk and water and cheese and eggs and bread. You have to define all these terms. So do you have to dilute it? No, there's a lot of crap out there on the internet. And it's all meant to confuse you and to keep you away from understanding natural health. It will lead you to Webscape and WebMD, Medscape, and it will lead you to pharmaceutically based advertisements. And it will tell you that everything natural is fake and harmful and pseudoscience. It's just FYI. Just know that. Censorship is alive and real. Speaking of that, we're going to shut the camera down and talk real stuff. Ready? Anything else? Yep, we got to give some free stuff away. So, On that note, hey, y'all have a wonderful rest of the next couple weeks. I'll be out of here, but office is still running. We've got foot spas, saunas, pulses. We got nutrition going open, wide open. We got telehealth going wide open. I'll just be gone for a little while, doing a big giant road trip. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of stuff. But bless you guys. Thank you for being here. We'll see you at the next class, July. What is it, Andrea? 15th.
Yes.
July 15th. What is it?
12th for
July
movie
12th.
night.
It's a movie night on July 12th, and that will be something you will not want to miss, I can assure you. We don't just throw up crappy movies just to waste time. We throw up stuff that you will want to see and share with your friends and family and come and take notes on, because this is stuff you cannot, especially in today's America, you will not see this stuff anywhere else, I can assure you. So, Dr. Brett Spradlin, Divine Design, Natural Health, thank you so much. We'll see you in a month. Oh, look at this.